the number one is?
Release the tweaker.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you want to release tweaker? So number one, now,
Both sides?
no, we're only releasing
The lower side.
the leeward side. Okay, so did that take any time? We know where we're going. Number one, we're going to release.
I would do that going upwind on the beak because you work out which side you're going to hoist on, and it's another job out of the way.
So you've released. There's one job. So there's one of the five. Number two, and this is the absolute important one. And this is where some of the problem comes.
Sorry.
And this is where the lady crew, instead of fighting, what we say, number two was one big pull.
Is that how
You'll get to the stage where wherever you are, but number two is we take one lump out. And essentially, once this wind starts to blow, you want to be in control of this thing. And my objection to the old way of throwing a great big sheet in the air, like, woof, as soon as you throw it in the air, the wind gets at it, and then you ask a crew to start to, they haven't got to carry nails. So it's in control, and it's about being in control of this all the time. So two is, we have a lump in the air. Three,
Excuse me for a moment, teacher, please.
thank you.
Have you sheeted in the jib before that to get? What do you have to do to make sure it stays clear?
The most important thing when you go around the mark, we don't worry about being absolutely set straight away.
Yeah.
We say, let's bear away, get the most out of the bear away. What too many people do is go around the mark, don't set the main and jib, and then they're slow.
They don't get the acceleration.
Can I say, and I noticed it yesterday, I'm sorry I had you yesterday because I knew what you would do. This young man forced me outsailed me, and you did. You were pointing higher, and I was thinking, you bastard, you're my host. And I'm on the inside of him, I've cracked him, and I'm sailing aside, and he starts to screw up. I think, you swine, and and then I got in his dirty, and I'm dropping, and he had me. And my choice was I was going to foot off, because I couldn't get higher than you, and I decided to sit, but because we're on the lane, I sat. Now I didn't know.
That bugger up the boundary.
Well, you didn't. You all do it. You were thinking, get the kite up.
Right.
And what you were doing, you were so conscious of that kite, you didn't take the power out of it, because half the decision is when you round marks, that's the time. And I was looking for you, I would climb on your wind. That's all I wanted to do, because once I got above you, you could stick your kite up. So you're looking at that stage and remember, this boat will plane very quickly. So as you're going round, you're then saying, where's Fred, where's Jack? Because the wrong time to come and attack is when everybody's looking at each other, and that's what you play. You're all thinking, let's all play the rules back, we'll all go around the mark together, and then I'll start to attack him. I'm saying, I'm going to attack you when your pants are down. And your pants were down. Look at this. So what?
He was just after me because he had a little problem.
So again, it's powering out, making sure you've got the speed out, keeping the boat flat, and making sure that he's letting the jib out as I'm letting the main out. And
You've set the board.
We've set the board.
Also, upwind, I would try and make sure that your pole is on the right side of the boom, because it makes launching much easier.
Oh, do you raise the board in the run?
Oh, we had no board on the run yesterday.
It's okay. We
So Mark,
again.
you actually move the pole if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you've got time on the beat, and you might not always have time, then you may as well have the pole on the side that you're going to launch ready, because it's a lot easier than trying to grab it from the other side of the mast.
Okay. So again, just think about positioning. You know that you can go for a quick hoist, but you'll lose 10 yards. You can't afford to lose that 10 yards, especially I might go around the mark and wait and watch, and I'll see. but you must get that drive out, because trying to get the boat going from a slow start, it takes you. You've lost 50 yards. So what you need to do, if you get the speed out of the turn, then the boat's already going, and then you decide: do I want to attack? Am I going low? So we're conscious that this spinnaker, it seems to be Christ, this thing, I've got to get it up. You know, it's going to go up at the right time. Okay. And again, if you go in with that right attitude, you'll be better at the spinnaker. So what we've done, we've gone around the mark.
I have to back up a little bit. Like when I sail with Al likes to get the jib cleated so it's out of the way. Do you do that up tight? Do you clean it up tight?
No.
You have it off.
I want the pull from the jib.
Okay.
So I want it pulling.
Especially with the jib, you see the
so
when you go under.
I want that jib. I want every bit of inch from that, and going downwind. If I could stick my underpants up there, they would go up. You know, I want everything. Tell me, on a run, is the main, when you go on a run, is the main out or slack?
On the
out
outhaul.
Out.
The outhaul.
It's straight.
Well, there's an
all the way
area.
tight.
We weren't letting
We
ours
leave it
off.
tight all the time.
You leave it tight.
Yeah,
Does
we
everybody
let
leave it tight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you let yours off?
No. A lot of people do, and it's dead simple. The wind blows straight into the sail, so if I let it off, the sail shrinks. I want a maximum sail up, so it's always tight. It will be tight so that every bit of wind I can get in that sail, I have in.
What was a vang?
Vang, what you're looking to do is you're looking for the top batten to be parallel to the boom, and what you're looking with the vang, and it's very, very important. The vang again is the most important critical tool on the boat. And I judged yesterday that you were all at the level, but how many times? I'll just do a little bit before. When you're on the beat, how do we set the vang? Kicker. How will you set it? Oh, right. Okay.
With all their strength.
We don't have a very good. I don't have a very good gauge. If we can't hold the boat down,
The upper ticker?
I put vang in it.
Okay. Okay, but how do you know how much vang you've got on a knot?
Yesterday I tried to grip as tight as I could to get the stick flat. So
Okay, well you would be lighter. You'd be too light. We talked about yesterday, and you know, we'll finish on spinnaker setting. When you're carrying too much wind, I always believe I'm too old to fight this boat up a beat. My view is you bastard boat's going to do what I want you to do. I'm not going to fight it. I want to be in sympathy and harmony with the boat. And I believe if you say the maximum units you get out of this boat is 20 units and the wind's blowing 25, I want to drop the 5, because if that 5 works me, you're fighting that 5. The easiest thing you can do is get rid of the 5 and dump the 5, then I'm back in harmony. So it then starts to, it's about the depowering, and we spoke, you two are very light, and you would fight the boat yesterday. Did you find that? And the main would be off the centre line. As soon as the main comes onto the centre line, the genoa will dump into the main, and you'd have problems. I would have been recommended that you would go 1 pin down yesterday, and when he was that high, I'd go 2 pins down. Every 1 whole hole that you put it down,
2 inches.
2 inches on the transom. Okay. What does coming down? What does coming down do? Do we all know?
Your center effort back and
Centre effort comes back. What else? What's the biggest thing it does?
It changes the angle of your jib sheet.
Good morning to you. How are you? Top of the
And it
morning.
changes the slot shape as well.
What it does, but the biggest thing it does, as that mast comes back, the spreaders become less effective because they then sweep more. So your bend will go, you're putting, every time you pull one pin down, you'll put 5 to 10 mil pre-bend in your mast.
Didn't know that.
So what you're doing then is taking the power out of your sail, which is what you want. So when he was that high, I used to go 2 pins, 1, 2, and I'd really, on a big day, break it. And you'll find, because your overlap then is becoming less, it makes the boat handle better. It helps that instead of you dumping the main all the time.
Yep.
Let's talk about kicker. Kicker is so important. We set at the start of the beat. When you start the beat, are you happy once you've set it, you're off for the beat? Is everybody that way?
No.
Okay. Are you all moving it?
Yeah.
How do you know when to move the kicker? You're on the beat, we're going up the... What's different?
Can't hold the boat down.
Fun.
Depends on the gusts and it depends on how the wind's going up.
Okay, so again, what tells us whether you've got enough kicker or not too much kicker?
Well, the boat is underpowered, I ease it, and when the boat's overpowered and we're hiking too hard, I pull it out. I mean, that's basically what I use.
Okay. I stitch, if you look at my sails, and I wouldn't dare do it on your boat, but I stitched 3 telltales on the top of my, on my top telltale.
On the top batten.
On the top batten, I've got 3. I've got a red one and probably a grey one. I stitched 3, and that's my life. And if it ever rains and my top telltale goes, I cry. And I'm watching that top telltale, and here's the message. When that top telltale's doing that, it's saying, you plonker, there's more power. When that telltale, you put the kicker on and it collapses, it's saying, you swine, you've just killed me. When it's going 80% and just curling, then you're cooking. Nobody's going to come to weather of you if you point that boat right. So that top telltale is absolutely critical. His job is to look at that top telltale and absolutely be mented to it. He might change my kicker 30 times on a beat. As he gets the gust, he'll pull a bit more on. But remember, that kicker can kill the performance. It's a depowerer, and it powers you up. But put that kicker on too much in a light day, and it's taking the power away from your sail. It's depowering. So it's just like a woman is a kicker. You've got to be very careful how much you pull on and when you pull it on. So it's an important piece of equipment. Are you clear on that? Can we talk about just another thing? Back bridle. Well,
Does this mean you're not going to give us points 3, 4, and 5 for the camera?
Yeah. But I'm not going to give you one because you're a woody.
Well, I'm just doing this for the rest of our guys.
And you didn't buy the beer last night, I noticed. Oh, you did. You did. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
That's not picking up sound, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You didn't. That's.
I think